Hey VC, how's it going? Right, okay, another car boot sale video. Yeah, just random records that I picked up from car boot sales over the last few weeks. Now, I love a car boot. I love just, I say how random it is. You never know what you're going to find. And this really is a mixed bag of stuff. So, right, so this is what I'm listening to in the background. Hopefully you can hear a little bit of this. This is a soundtrack to a TV show. It's a Marvel TV show, Luke Cage. I've never heard of it. This is from 2018. And the reason why I picked it up, you can see there the music's by Adrian Young and Ali Shaheed Mohammed from A Tribe Called Quest. Now they're responsible for those Jazz Is Dead albums that I've been doing with various artists over the last, I don't know, 5-10 years, whatever it is. But this is really nice. This is basically just sort of hip hop beats, quite funky, orchestrated funk in places. Yeah, very nice, very cool. Now this was new and sealed, and you'll have seen from the clip at the beginning of the video that there's a guy there that sells, I suppose, new dead stock. So records that have been overpressed over the, of course, last 10 years or so. And he knocks them out for 3 for 20 quid. So this cost me less than 7 quid. And it's on a double peach coloured vinyl. Yeah, very nice. So well worth the money. So that's cool. Right, a couple of proper car boot things. So here we go. This is a nice bit of Creedence. Green River. So this is obviously a late 60s record, but I think this is an early 70s pressing. US copy. This includes obviously the title track, but also Bad Moon Rising. Was that a #1 over here? I'm not sure. I think it might have been. But yeah, that's very cool for a quid. Also for a quid, same day, Cosmo's Factory, Creedence. I already had this record, albeit a US pressing. This is a UK pressing and sounds much better. This obviously includes the their version of I Heard It Through the Grapevine. They have an 11-minute version, which is an absolute monster of a tune. Actually, the last 3 tracks on this record, Who'll Stop the Rain, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, and Long As I Can See the Light. I mean, what a hat trick of tunes that is. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really nice stuff for a quid. Right, a bit of reggae. This is The Upsetters with The Good, The Bad and The Upsetters on Trojan Records. Now, as you can see, I mean, what a fantastic cover that is. Laminated, so you can see the cover's got a bit of damage there, sort of laminate crease and such like, but the record's fine. It's on Trojan. Now, in the late 60s, the Upsetters had a hit with The Return of Django. This is something else I picked up recently, although I've got a few copies of that now, obviously on the Upsetter label. This was sort of a big hit, sort of out of the blue, and when it, I say, it was a hit here in the UK, Lee Perry put together a band in Jamaica and brought them over to the UK to tour just around the country on the back of that single. Now, very quickly, Lee Perry got bored, or I don't know, he didn't like the weather or he didn't like the food, whatever, and he decided to go home and left the band over here. And while they're over here, they recorded this record, also as the Upsetters, albeit it's an Upsetters record without Lee Perry. And it's still pretty good, you know. I say it's a bit of an anomaly because he's not on it, so you don't have those sort of production eccentricities, you know, what you get from Lee Perry. But yeah, very cool, and I say great sleeve, so I play that quite a bit. Just a nice reggae instrumental record, so very cool. Right, a couple of other new and sealed. This is the last Leanne La Havas album from 2020. I couldn't believe this album came out 6 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I really like her stuff. She's only put out 3 albums in about 15, 16 years or something like that. We desperately need a new record from her. I really like her songwriting, great voice, yeah, just great stuff. And what a fantastic cover that is as well. Yeah, obviously there's a Prince connection here as well, because when Prince toured the UK, I think it's 2013, 2014, he announced the tour from her living room in her flat, which is a bit quirky. But yeah, she'll forever be associated with Prince because of that. But yeah, this is a really nice record. I streamed it a lot at the time when it came out, but never bought it. So pleased to find out for 6 or 7 quid. And I'll show you another clip of the car boot in a moment, and I'll play a little bit of this over the top. This is a band called Bitchin' Barges, and the album's called Switched on Ra, and it's basically electronic versions of Sun Ra music. So it includes songs from Space is the Place and Liquidity and things like that. Now, I've got a few Sun Ra records, but I certainly didn't know all of the music that's on here. But it's a great listen. I think it's really well done. And I say that the sleeve is beautiful. It's screen printed, only 1,000 copies pressed. Fantastic. And again, for 6 or 7 quid, I've been playing this quite a lot. So yeah, see what you think. So you've just seen a dealer at the car boot who's always got loads of soul 7s or reggae 7s, and there's always something good in there for me. So this is a record that I've picked up from him on the Blue Beat label. This is Count Ozzy and the African Drums, and it's actually the B-side that I like, which is a track called First Gone. I think this cost me 15 quid, but in gorgeous condition. Yeah, if you look on Discogs, that's a really good price for it. And what I like about this, it's got Rico on trombones. You've got that woozy sort of Jamaican trombone sound. Yeah, fantastic stuff. So I might play a bit of that in a bit. A few other sort of pound 7-inch pickups. This is on London label, Boney Maroney by Larry Williams. Fantastic song. I love the London Tri-Centre 45s. I think they look fantastic. As a record collector, that's something that, yeah, gets me a bit excited. That's really cool. Yeah, I already have this track actually on London, and I pushed out the Tri-Centre because I want to put it in my jukebox. So nice to find a complete 45 there. So that's very cool. Another one as well, obviously a well-known tune, also on London Tri-Centre. This is Blueberry Hill by Fats Domino. Not easy to find as a Tri-Centre, so that's very cool as well. Right, another pound pickup. This is a Quincy Jones soundtrack to In the Heat of the Night. But the reason why I bought it, I remember seeing this film probably in the 90s. I saw it at the cinema. They showed it at the Electric Cinema in Birmingham, which used to show old films and stuff. Yeah, the title track is by Ray Charles, and it's always stayed with me. I've never had a copy, so that's really pleased to find that for a quid. Very cool. I found this today. This is a 12 by Orbital and their tune Chime. Yeah, a really nice 12-inch single that. Cost me a £5, but well worth it. I think it's like 20 quid record or something. But yeah, a track that I've always loved, so very cool. I picked up some Jam albums. I think for a couple of quid each. I only kept one, I had the rest. This is a debut in the city, a much nicer copy than the copy that I originally had. I think mine was on the Fame label, a reissue, but this is a first UK press, and this is a great record. It's I know they're classed as punk, but it's more sort of spiky R&B, and yeah, really like that. For a couple of quid, can't argue. A little bit of reggae, a little bit more reggae. A compilation, mid-80s, Horace Andy, Sings For You and I, 20 hits. Now, you can't beat Horace Andy, can you? I've been listening to a lot of his stuff recently. I saw him play a couple of years ago. It was Horace Andy, Johnny Clark, and Burning Spear. Burning Spear was headlining. But Horace Andy, yeah, I mean, just that unique vocal style that he's got. I mean, you know, you'll know him if you don't necessarily know the reggae tunes. You'll know him from the Massive Attack records. He sang quite a few of their records. But yeah, a gorgeous vocal style, and yes, I love all these tunes. So I think that was 8 quid, 7 or 8 quid, but I'll take that. There's another guy there selling a load of reggae, lots of reggae 12s and 45s as well. I picked up quite a few bits, but this was the pick of the bunch. So this is a 12 by Laxley Castell. So Laxley Castell made a couple of records, a couple of albums in the early 80s. He died young. I think he was only in his early 20s when he passed away. And his albums are really hard to find. They go for really good money. Even the reissues go for good money. So yeah, hard to find his stuff. And so whenever I see a 12 of his, I always pick it up. This cost me 2 quid. As I say, his stuff goes for a lot more than that. And this is a track called My Collie Tree. Really nice. Early 80s roots reggae. Can't go wrong with that. This was also a couple of quid. B.B. Seaton with his album Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I think the original was by The Persuaders, wasn't it? The Pretenders had a big hit with the tune, and it just includes a lot of cover versions, but that title track, his version, is fantastic. So yeah, again, I might play a little bit of that. Another 45, another chap selling a lot of reggae 45s. This is on the Bongo Man label, Horace and the New Experience, with a track called Night Owl. I assume this is Horace Andy. Yes, you check out the vocal, but this is a great song. I didn't know it before either, so this is a real find just for a couple of quid. Nice to find a sort of a classic reggae tune that you don't know. A few pops and crackles, a little bit of bacon and eggs, but I can cope with that. Very nice. And finally, yeah, I've got some more, perhaps save some more for another video, but this is another one out of the new and sealed box. This is obviously on the Numero label, part of their Eccentric Soul series, and this is the Sardia label, which is basically 60s old school R&B. You get the vibe from the pictures on the cover there, but yeah, a really nice compilation, really well done, as Numero always do. So there you go. Cheers.